and welcome everyone. We are Cats in Camo here today with the Kel Tec PMR30. That's a mouthful.
It's not a lot of letters.
Yes, it is.
Kel Tec PMR.
It's 9. And then there's a 30 after it.
It's complicated. Kind of a complicated firearm, but it's highly sought after. It kind of has this niche in the market as a specialty gun. It's very cool. We're lucky to get our hands on one, and we're going to have lots of fun with this today. To start with, this is a 22 Magnum.
Ooh.
So not a 22 long rifle. Magnum's a lot more fun. It makes more noise and goes faster. So this is 22 mag. The magazine holds 30 rounds. That's insane. Only weighs 14 ounces.
The barrel length of this gun comes out to 4.3 inches, bringing the total length of the gun to 7.9 inches. The width comes out to 1.3 inches, and the height comes out at 5.8 inches. Well, let's take a closer look at this gun before we take it out in the range and shoot it a little bit, because this looks interesting. We're going to take it off. We're going to check for clear first. Ooh, that's nice. That pulls back really nicely. Some guns are really hard even just to check for clear. So that's nice. Okay. And it's very lightweight too. I mean, it looks like a full-size gun, but it's very, very light. I mean, it almost feels like a toy gun. So let's see. Where's the magazine button? Oh my gosh, look at this. It's on the back. Can you guys see that? You know? How? Okay. So you just... Okay. I mean... Goes in clean. It comes out alright. I mean, not bad. Okay, other buttons. Okay, ooh, it's an ambidextrous safety. It's on both sides, which means I can do this. Sweet. And that's not a bad safety. I mean, I don't know if you can see it flip on that side too. Right over there. That's nice. You got your, I believe, the slide release button. It might come apart. That might come in handy when it comes to taking it apart. But that's Dan's department. Other than that, cool looking gun. If I looked, oh my gosh, it's got two-tone sights and they glow up. Oh my gosh, like, I don't know if they're supposed to be night sights or whatever, but they glow. It looks like in the daytime and the nighttime, I'm guessing, because they're glowing right now. Now let's see. We're gonna put it on point. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I love two-tone sights, so I'm probably going to love this gun. And it's an interesting color, but I found out that apparently you can get this in a lot of neutral colors, like black, like white or an off-white. This is kind of a tan or maybe a green. I think there's like a hunter green you can get as well. There's a brown one. So just kind of, I don't know. I feel like they're like camouflage colors. Like, if you just put them all together, they'll just blend in. I don't know. Maybe I'm being silly, but I'm going to pass this off to Dan really quick before we take this on the range, and so he can show you how to take it apart and put it back together.
All right, let's take the Kel Tec apart. This is a challenge. All right, first of all, I'm going to make sure we're empty. Show clear. Magazine release on this is not on the side, it's on the back, which makes it problematic to carry, but that's a different issue. You push the button, take the magazine out, set it aside. Now, to take the Kel Tec down, it's a pin that runs through one side to the other. One side's bigger than the other, so when you drive it out, small end pushes out. You can use a punch. If it's worn in a little bit, you can actually just use a pen, and it needs pushed. So it pops a little bit, and then you take the pin out, like so. Set it aside, do not lose that. It's going to give. You can't just push it off. You actually have to rack the slide and then bring it forwards. Then it'll come clean. Don't ask how I found that out, but it involved profanity and much time. There's your frame. Alright, it's a really narrow slide, and it comes apart kind of difficult. I don't know how exact the camera is on this, but you see the recoil spring here? To take this out, you're going to push this whole assembly forwards so that it's sticking out a little bit. You have to put some pressure on this, and then slide this part back so that you gain space, and then lift out the recoil spring, guide rod assembly. Once that's out, you have this little rubber keeper. It comes out, set it aside. This piece slides down until it gets to here, and then it lifts out. And then finally your barrel will lift and come out. So, there you have it. The Kel Tec PMR in pieces. To put it back together, barrel first. Get it to push. Now, you'd think you want to push it all the way in, but this has to go on next. And if you look, it actually kind of clamps on these. So it has to run forwards so that this will fit into the guide rails. There. See how it clicked in? And it's now, the barrel's hooked to it. Now it's in position. I'll put your little keeper back on, like so. Make sure it fits in. Really only goes one way. And then your guide rod assembly goes here. Fortunately, it's a lot easier to put back in. Oop. Just clicks in like so. And then your slide goes on. Rails are really small. So, here. And bring the assembly on. Ta-da! It should line up if you rack it back partially. So you got a nice gap. And the pin goes, remember, big end through. So, here, and it needs push through. From here, guide it in, make sure it's snug. Run the action a couple times. There you are, the Kel Tec PMR, taken apart and put back together. Clean, but kind of a pain.
You ready?
We are. I'm going to let you shoot first.
Yay!
We're at 7 yards. We have the nice blue alien. It almost looks like one of those maps that shows the depth of the water by the color. So, Allie's going for the shallow spots, the heart. So, 5, center mass. You are loaded, chambered, safety on.
I like shooting it, I'm just not that good at it.
I love the design, the feel, everything about it. I'm not going to say that I shoot it better than I do most of the other weapons in the arsenal, but it's fun. The Kel Tec PMR30. I really like this little gun though.
Thank you guys so much for stopping by, and if you enjoyed this video, point those crosshairs at the like button down below, and make sure to stay tuned for part 2, coming later this week. See you then. You know, you're in the shot, Yurdo.
What?
Normally you're in the shot, remember? Alright everyone, we are...